Welcome back. Our next guest is here to tell you about a fun, free event for you and your girlfriends, and it's all about feeling and looking your best.
What could be better than that, right? Dr. Deborah Manjoney is here from the Wisconsin Vein Center Medi Spa. She's hosting a Galentine's Day event where you can find out about new treatments to improve your skin, build muscle, and even lose fat, and you go with your girlfriends.
That's
Honestly,
right.
What could be better?
That's right. We're building this as an edutainment event.
Oh,
Look
nice.
at you in the marketing. I love it. I love it.
Little educational, little bit entertainment.
Right, and just have fun and learn some things.
I like that because people have questions about all the different things you do.
And we're going to have a couple of vendors there, but we're not going to overload it with vendors. This is really more for us to interact and to tell people about some of the new things we've brought in this year, some of our upgrades to some of the things we've already been doing, and just to let people ask questions.
I like it.
Molly was saying there's some things that you have to offer that you've never even talked about on the show. Let's talk about LaserMD.
Okay, so LaserMD is really our newest laser purchase, and it is using a type of laser that is going to spare the skin but cause little channeling underneath. So the stratum corneum, which is the dead skin on top, has no water in it, and this is attracted to water, so it spares that, and so you don't see any damage to the skin, and yet we're able to really get down and deep. It attacks pigment, it attacks redness.
Yeah, because it looks like
wrinkles.
With that right there, you see the freckling or sun age spots
and
diminish.
What's fantastic about this is the first laser we can actually treat skin of any color. So even black skin, even darkest skin, we can treat with this laser because we can set it to different levels and it's not going to injure the skin. So it's fantastic as far as I'm concerned that we can do this. Plus, you know, it's another substitution for intense pulse light. So if somebody's been tanned a little bit or they have pigment changes that haven't been able to be improved by intense pulse light, this is another option.
This is it. I like that some of these are new, like Kat said. Some of them are upgrades to treatments and procedures that you already do. Genius. This is one I've never heard before. This is radio frequency, but does it also combine micro needling?
It's micro needling. The radio frequency is delivered through the needles, and so you've got needles going into the skin, and the radio frequency waves are going between needles. Now we've had this with Infini in the past, but Infini, I have to say, is the most painful procedure I've ever had.
Really?
Hey, at least you're honest about it. That's good
And it was like,
information.
I can't, you know, it was really hard for me to encourage people to do this because I really felt it was painful. Genius has taken that discomfort out of it. It is mild. As people who've had both now say it's about a level of 2 out of 10 at the worst.
And who goes for this kind of
This
treatment?
is wonderful for tightening the skin, especially of the lower jawline and the neck, but also we can use it anywhere else on the face, just at different levels. And it's also, the machine is just automated. It's like robotic. And so you just have to put in the age of the person, the where on the face you're working, and it will automatically set the right parameters so you're not going to over-treat somebody or injure the skin by giving too much heat, and it's going to do the job. And as I said, it's basically painless, and both LaserMD and Genius have no social downtime. You're pink for several hours or overnight, and then the next day you're set to go.
Wow, that's great. On a lot of different levels, the recovery as well as the pain.
And Genius is especially great for treating like acne scarring.
Okay.
So we
That's why I've
have used
noticed
it a
the
lot.
picture.
We have used it a lot for acne scarring when we were using Infini, and it is tremendous. Probably the best treatment we've seen.
Do you think it's important for, I know with people with acne, it can be a huge debilitating for them. Is it important to get this treatment early on, or can somebody who has never taken care of it and saying, I want to do it
Anytime. Both with active acne as well as acne scars later in life, those pitting scars. Works beautifully. If somebody has active acne, we frequently will put them on just a low-grade antibiotic for a month and do it, and we have seen really wonderful clearance of acne too.
Let's talk about the next two treatments, because then I want to get to the details about the Galentine's Day event, which is fun. M-Sculpt people have heard about here before. We demonstrated it in our studio, and this is a muscle building
technique where we're using magnetic frequency. So it's like having an MRI, so there's no pain involved at all, and you don't hear that high-pitched tone. And it's just being delivered to the abdomen or the buttocks, and we're trying it a little bit on the thighs too. And what we're doing is we're stimulating the muscles to contract. And so what's happening is you're getting a super maximal contraction that you can't achieve yourself by going to the gym. And in a half-an-hour treatment, it's the equivalent of getting 1,000 contractions.
Wow,
excuse me, 20,000 contractions. It's absolutely amazing. And so with 4 treatments, you will see a toned abdomen or a lifted butt, And with the abdominal protocol, we can actually have you lose fat on the abdomen at the same time.
That's neat.
And it's really been catching on. It has become so popular, and it's such a quick procedure, half an hour, and really painless.
It's a staff
tremendous.
favorite,
It
right?
is a staff favorite.
The staff,
Yeah.
The staff
Yeah,
is
I
all
need to
lining
work
up. They come in the morning.
Yeah, can you do a little treatment? Well, and it's also good for you to see how it reacts to certain people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what about the Y lift?
Now, the Y lift is something that I just was trained on a couple of weeks ago, and it is something that I think is the new generation of facelift, because it is not just putting in filler in the face, it's using filler in a way that's lasting. And we're right down on bone, and it's restructuring the face. And it is very exciting. And this is something I will be talking more about as we go forward, and we have
Let's
some
talk
pictures
about the
to show you.
party.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
let's talk about
Let's
I think
talk-
you're the
yeah, you'll talk
first and
more about
only
it at the
person
party.
trained on that Y lift,
Yes.
which is incredible. But here's the info for this wonderful Galentine's event. You have wonderful events at the Wisconsin Vein Center in Medi-Spa, and this is one of them happening 2 days before Valentine's Day. So get together with your gals. It's an educational sessions. There'll be demonstrations, refreshments, door prizes. You have great prizes every time I've ever been there. Special pricing and all the procedures and treatments. And all you have to do is reserve your spot. It's $10, but you can use that $10 toward any service that you purchase
Or products.
that day, which is great. Here's what you need to do to reserve your spot. 262-746-9088 is the phone number. They're on Georgetown Drive in Pewaukee. Can people reserve a spot online also?
I don't think there's a way to do it online.
Okay,
but they
so
can
call.
certainly call.
Okay, but you
email
can
us.
find out the details of the
Right,
event
absolutely.
by wimedispa.com.
Yes.
Wonderful
It'll be
to see
fun.
you.
Great to see
Thank
you.
you so much.